Hey and welcome to Count 5 TV, where today we're going to do a lowdown on some of the worst cops in history. Number 5 goes to John Michael Keene. Keene was a sheriff's surgeon working for the Chesapeake, Virginia Police Department when he decided to rob a bank. In July of 2009, Keene walked into the BB&T Bank and robbed it. He had a full robbery set up, including mask, sunglasses, sweater, and other stuff. Now this worked out so well, he got away 2 times. He actually went back for a 3rd time, and they caught him, finally. Keene was now sentenced to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty. Number 4, William Leisure. Leisure was a traffic cop in Los Angeles for 17 years, and he had millions of dollars in an offshore account and had a dozen Corvettes. It turns out Leisure was actually running a criminal enterprise. He had stolen a car ring, stolen resold luxury yachts, and organized murder for hire schemes. He arranged at least 3 murders and was a driver for 2 of them. The first murder was a 76-year-old Gilberto Cervantes who was shot returning home from church. The following 2 happened during fake robberies. Leisure was then arrested aboard a stolen yacht outside of Oakland on May 26, 1986. 5 years later, Leisure pleaded guilty to 2 counts of second-degree murder and was given a sentence of 15 years to life. Number 3, Craig Pierre. Pierre was a California highway patrol officer who had a habit of directing young women onto an unfinished off-ramp to try to get dates. On December 27, 1986, Pierre pulled over 20-year-old Cara Knott. Now, allegedly, Knott rejected his offer, and so he beat her with a flashlight and strangled her with a rope. If that wasn't bad enough, he threw off an abandoned bridge. 2 days later, a local television station was covering Knott's murder. After interviewing the officer, it was found that he had scratches on his face. A number of women then called in to complain about Pierre's inappropriate advances. After a police investigation, police found evidence against Pierre, including the murder weapon. Also, some people came forward claiming that they saw a CHP car pulling up Knott. He was found guilty and sentenced to 25 years to life in 1988. He has since been denied parole 3 times. Number 2, Joshua Carrier. Carrier was a police officer in Colorado Springs and for many was a great role model to police officers. Carrier spent many of his career as a mentor to the youth of the community he served. Carrier was also a coach in the Police Athletic League, and he did other activities involving youth, including being a wrestling coach. Now this all seems good until you find out that Joshua Carrier is actually a pedophile. He enjoyed child pornography and was ultimately accused of sexually assaulting the boys he would mentor. Carrier was charged and tried on 207 counts of child sexual assault, child pornography, and child exploitation. After his first trial only found guilty of the pornography charges, Carrier was retried and the second time found guilty of molesting between 18 and 22 boys and sentenced to 70 years to life in prison. Number 1, Gerald John Schaefer. Schaefer was a teacher who was fired for inappropriate behavior. He became a patrolman in Marion County, Florida, after being turned down for the priesthood. On July 21, 1972, while on patrol, Schaefer picked up 2 teenage girls who were hitchhiking. He took both to the woods, tied them to the tree, got a call on his radio, and told them he would return. The 2 teenage girls escaped and went to the closest police station, which happened to be Schaefer's station. When Schaefer returned to where he had left the girls, he discovered that they were missing. Realizing they were gone, he called his chief and explained that he had done something stupid. He claimed that he wanted to scare the girls so they wouldn't hitchhike. The chief didn't believe his story. He was arrested and charged with false imprisonment and assault. He posted bail on September 27, 1972. Then Schaefer abducted, tortured, and murdered 17-year-old Susan Place and 16-year-old Georgia Jessup. Their bodies were found 6 months later, and because of the similarities to Schaefer's other crime, police got a warrant for his house. They were found clues linking him to the disappearance of 30 other female, including jewelry and even teeth of their victims. He was convicted of first-degree murder in 1973 and given 2 life sentences. He was later on stabbed to death in prison by fellow inmate Vincent Rivera on December 3rd, 1995. So yeah, that is all for my top 5 worst cops. I hope you enjoyed. This is Count 5 TV, and I'll see you later.